Hello, good morning. My name is Olivier Baudry. Je suis le président de l'association AFUVA Vaucluse.
Hello, good morning or good evening, I don't know. I'm Philippe. Judith and me have been friends with Ray and Pat for 44 years. And what we would like to say before Olivier begins is that we would like to say thank you to Llewellyn for asking us to provide this video, and say thank you to Ray for initiating this project. AFUVA is a totally private association working only on humanitarian needs. We bring first help, which is bringing food to the new arrived refugees. We give them clothes if they need. We help them to register for learning French. We take care of whatever they need to go to, if they need urgent medical help. Also, you told me before that you might even take care of their pet, their animal, when they've managed to survive, to bring their dog with them. There are roughly 1,000 refugees, families, right?
Yeah.
In Vaucluse, and about 100,000 refugees in all over the southeast of France. The refugee population is mainly women, mainly mothers with very young kids, and most of them have either their husbands or brother, sometimes even their father at war as a soldier to fight the Russian troops. What is very important to understand is that these women live in fear. They are in the fear that they would learn tomorrow that their husband or their son or their father or their brother has been killed just the day before fighting the Russians. This makes it far more difficult to work because we need all the time to have reliable translators, right?
Yeah.
Interpreters and translators, yes.
Yeah.
That's everything to be done needs an interpreter. Aim at bringing whatever is needed in urgency when they arrive, the very first thing they need, and also to bring them the comfort, the psychological comfort they will need to be able to breathe and to relax a little bit after days and days of travel with danger, with anxiety. What we do is helping to find a place to stay right away. If they don't have a place, then we pay for a hotel room. We bring them food right away. We try to register them for learning French in special classes, to go through all the administrative procedures, and to give them some confidence. Something which is very important for these people who have lost everything. All the ones who could do it took their family pet with them, most of the time, dog or cat. And this is one of very, very few last things they could bring with them. But sometimes the animals are in very poor condition and they need veterinary help. Due to the psychological environment, it is very important to help these families, especially the kids, not to be staying all by themselves, but to have contact, to change with other families, with other groups. So we organize picnics, we organize all sorts of activities for the Ukrainian refugees so they can feel that life continues, lasting for 6 months. And AFUVA has got 6 months experience, but it's becoming very clear that we need, when I say we, is AFUVA needs to be able to forecast what is going to be necessary over a much longer period, because war is not going to end up in a few weeks or in a few months. This is going to be a long-lasting war. Our new next action for this long-lasting period will be to be able to go on visit, to be near the families, the refugee families who have been scattered all over the department. And this is a big department. So it means a lot of driving, a lot of time to go and visit them in the various cities and villages where they live. So Africa knows what are the problems they meet all the time and be able to help them at every moment. Everything which is done by people who are volunteer. They don't get paid for it. They are, on the contrary, many times they are the one who pay from their own pockets. Olivier didn't say that, but I know it, so I'm adding this to what he just said. Another choice which has been made by Africa is to focus absolutely only on humanitarian help. Africa doesn't deal at all with military help or paramilitary help. Only humanitarian help. We are very happy and very proud to see all these Western countries, from the United States to Japan, from Europe to Australia, helping the Ukrainian people and the Ukrainian president to defend themselves against this Russian invasion and the destruction of their country by their troops, by the Putin's troops. This cooperation between Western countries, led by the United States, is helping us every day to feel confident in the fight we do to help refugees here at our level, from our own family, who has a long history of fighting alongside the Americans, especially during the last two world wars. It is something extremely important to feel that the American nation is fighting for democracy and to help these people to gain their liberty in the same way as you did in the past, to help the European countries and France in particular to recover its liberty. I'm very proud, and we'll say we are very proud, very happy to see the US flag being side by side with the French and European flags in these circumstances. One of the objectives is to be able to find the finance to rent a vehicle, some not too expensive one, but to find one to be able to go and see all these families scattered around the entire department of Vaucluse, which is a big department. Another aim we have is also to be able to afford to pay for 2 part-time psychologists to take care of the kids, of the children, where many of them have got difficulties, have got trauma. Not only the mothers, but the kids also have been highly traumatized by what they have seen, by their own houses being totally demolished, by their friends being killed. They need really help, and Africa would like to be able to finance, and that would cost roughly 30,000 euros, 30,000 euros.
Ouais.
Yeah, 30,000 euros to get psychologists speaking the language, parlant Ukrainian,
Ouais.
which is speaking the language, to be able to help these kids to come out of their trauma. A great news is that Africa is going to be provided with a big room, a place to welcome the refugees, to store the equipment, to organize meeting for the kids and so on, but at the same time to take the most of that possibility. And for the future, Africa needs to recruit somebody to be there all the day, all the time, every day, because the volunteers also work. They cannot do that kind of work all the time. So to be able to recruit somebody to be there, to answer the phone, to help recruiting, to help taking care of the kids, to distribute the goods or the clothes or the food, while Olivier and his team are driving around the department. The cost for such a person to work full-time would be somewhere around 20,000 euros per year. This work would become, obviously, in addition to the work being done by people who are working as benevolent, without being paid. There are roughly about 30 people who spend a lot of time, maybe not 24 hours a day, but sometimes during the night too, to take care of urgent situations. And because there are many urgent situations and many refugees scattered all over.